Even though there's just a cannon and a pylon, it's pressure. It can cause the Zerg to screw up. Now, I did see he had a lot of roaches, so I'm starting the robotics facility right now. This build really doesn't rely on tech. It relies a lot on tier 1, tier 2 units until you get enough of an economic lead you can support your tech. I see a lot of people tech for Colossi and things, and they just lose right off the bat because they don't have enough gateway units to back it up. Day9's really right about this. Now you can see my expansion was blocked. However, I saw his, so I'm going to kill it. He's in no position to stop me. I want to keep up with the upgrades as well. I'm finally at level 2 weapons. I think he has better upgrades than me. No, he is about the same. Just armor instead of weapons, which kind of nullifies my weapons. Now I do have a Templar here, so if he tried to walk up, I'd get a storm off. And it would probably drive him back. However, I'm going to have to wait for this creep to recede to take my expansion, which is really annoying. Oh well. My main is almost mined out, so I'm going to need this base soon. I want to be on 3 bases mining at all times. If you look at the income tab, I'm at 72 drones. Normally I want to sit between 75 and 80 drones probes at the end of the game. And here you can see I'm starting Immortal production. The end game for this composition is you want lots of Templar, lots of Zealots, lots of Stalkers, and a couple of Immortals depending on how many roaches he has. So I'm probably going to want to throw down a second robotics facility soon so I can mass produce them. But if he tries to push out, psionic storms everywhere. They just do so much damage. Melting through the Hydras. Now, he really needs the roach upgrades in order to be able to handle this. He's also starting Spire Tech. Spire Tech, when you switch over at this stage in the game, doesn't really help that much because by now I'm going to have... I usually would have Blink. I'm a little slow this game. But because my Stalkers have upgrades, they'll just eat through mutas like there's no tomorrow. And Storm, of course, just tears them in half. But I'm finally expanding over here. Still waiting for that creep to recede. And there we go. Getting more Immortals out. I only have 1 so far. Now, what did I see the Zerg doing here is interesting. It looks like he's going for a Hive, and after the Spire, that probably means he's going to try to go Broodlords. Broodlords really actually aren't the best against this because they're so slow. Storm does a decent amount of damage, and then Stalkers with Blink will tear them apart. Still don't have Blink. I should. But Storm plus Blink Stalkers kind of nullifies Broodlords pretty well. Broodlords are actually very expensive, so you won't have that many. Especially when he's only on 3 bases here. I've actually scouted over here to make sure he's not on either of those. And again, just poke in with your units whenever you can, just to put a little pressure on him. I see he has the roach upgrades for burrowing claws, so I want to stay the hell away from that. I don't have an observer out yet. I'll make one now. And there it is. So now I have a couple of Immortals, a bunch of Templars, some Stalkers, and my observer. I can push out now and put some pressure on him. Part of the goal is to kill creep tumors. He hasn't been really spreading his creep, so I haven't really gone overly aggressive to kill the tumors. It's not really that much of a problem. If he had creep all the way up here, I would have gotten observers earlier on and I would have taken care of it. You can see he's making Corruptors. I think that was for Broodlords. It's possible he expects Colossus and is just making them to counter that. I really doubt that, though. I haven't shown any sign of Colossus the whole game. This is an interesting move. It doesn't really pan out. You can see the game's almost over. He actually goes for a Nidus Canal. I think he's trying to put Spine Crawlers up here to stop my expansions from mining. But I'm going to push out here. If you look at the army size tab, I do have a sizable advantage. But most of that is Stalkers, which are not really very powerful. They're just like filler units. But we're going to see what kind of damage I can do with this. And obviously the game ends in 20 seconds, so it's pretty serious damage. But you blanket the whole freaking area with storms. He tries to burrow, but it doesn't even matter because the storms can hit you underground. And that's the end of our Zerg player. Now, this wasn't a noob Zerg. This was a 2100 Diamond Zerg. So, to recap what the strategy was, you 3-gate, you fast expand, you get a forge before you expand, you throw down a cannon to help you defend in case he's aggressive, then you throw down 3 more gateways once your expansion's online, you attack. If he's going meters, you can probably kill him with the attack. If he's going hydras, you set up shop outside of his expansion and contain him while you take a 3rd expansion yourself. Then you tech a Templar if he's going hydras. And if he's going mass roaches, then you tech immortals. Works out very well, and I've had a lot of success with it. I hope you guys do too. Thanks for watching.